Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stina. I am a 31-year-old native from Norway. I live in Oslo, which is the capital of Norway for those who don't know or just, haven't been to Norway before. I don't know. On this channel, I share my monthly knitting podcast where I show you all of my works in progress, finished objects, and any yarn that I might have acquired since the last time. I also make one-off videos. A few weeks ago, I released a video ranking all of the petiteknit patterns I have knit for adults. I also make knitting plans and inspirational videos. So please remember to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my videos. Lately, there have been so many new subscribers and I'm just in awe checking my numbers, which keeps rising every day. And I'm kind of shocked because I've been making content for YouTube for on and off for 15 years, more or less. Maybe not that long, maybe 10. So suddenly getting all of these new subscribers and views is kind of overwhelming and really fun to me. I work in content marketing and digital marketing professionally, so to see these kind of results on my own channels is so much fun. So thank you to everyone who has liked, subscribed, everyone who hit the bell to get notifications when I post. I truly appreciate you being here, and I just can't say that enough. But I'm going to quit raving about this now and just get into this month, what I've been knitting in September. I actually don't have any finished objects to show you this month, which is kind of unusual for me. I've been casting on more projects than usual, which means that each project will take longer to finish. Also, I did a impromptu test knit. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I kind of spontaneously signed up to do one. And I've just been enjoying rotating more between projects, and I notice my hands and arms don't get as strained as when I just keep to one project, which I've been doing a lot this year actually. I've been knitting quite monogamously. So yeah, having multiple projects to switch in between also makes it a lot funnier because I enjoy it more because I can just pick up the project I'm in the mood for working on instead of just knitting on a project that I might be getting kind of sick of, but just because I want to finish that first, and you know how that works. So I'm going to show you the objects that is most finished and that is the test knit that I did of the Dignity buff for a lady who is called Smudskrud on Instagram. I was gifted the pattern for free, but I acquired the yarn myself. So this is an ad for the pattern. And as you might see, it is a quite recognizable pattern. I'm not going to mention the words or the places on earth where this is linked to. I think you can just draw that conclusion yourself. But this, the money from selling this pattern will be donated to charity. She has yet to figure out which charity she wants to give the money to, but that will all be disclosed as she releases the pattern. So I have to weigh the leftover yarn and send her all of the information on how much I used and everything like that. So this is almost finished. I just steamed it and I have blocked it. And I actually made a separate video showing you how I do that. I think the result from that process on this buff was quite successful. You can see that the color work is sitting quite nice and flat. It's all sharp, you can see. Because I had quite limited time to get this done and I don't have a lot of knitting time, I did take a shortcut where I didn't catch my floats for this longer section, which you can see created kind of a bulge in the material here. I don't think it will be visible as this is worn and it probably will even out more. But if you are going to knit the pattern, just catch your floats. I couldn't be bothered at this time and I'm going to do a second round of steaming anyway because I still have to sew down the hem. You can choose to bind off as you go at the end here, but because I always steam my color work from the inside out, I opted to leave these edges open and then just sew it down at the end. So this is going to be a buff, and I can't wait to wear this through autumn and winter. I think it's going to be such a really nice accessory. I think she's designing like mittens and a sweater, I believe. So I'm really interested in following these patterns as they are released into the world. I really enjoyed knitting it. As soon as I got the hang of the pattern, it was actually quite quick. Each round, yeah. I wasn't knitting on this like every night. I knit mostly during weekends, so you could probably get this done in like 3 to 4 evenings if you have some free time. Yeah, I opted for a pearl grey and a navy blue, and it's knit in Rauma lamull, so it's a lamb's wool. And it's really soft and nice, but it still has that like rustic Norwegian wool feel. So I can't wait to finish this properly and start wearing it and taking some photos of me wearing it. Now the next is a sweater. You will see that there's there's a color theme going on this fall, and this is my second caramel sweater by petiteknit. It is a basic raglan sweater with a single raglan stitch. I am knitting this in Sanje's Sunday and Sanje's thin silk mohair, and the silk mohair has these like tweed specks in it, which creates a beautiful fabric. It's not like overly specked, but it's just enough that you can see that tweediness going on in the fabric, and I just think it's going to be really beautiful, and this is probably going to be a staple for me this fall. I have knitted a bit cropped, which I always do. I chose to do the 2x2 ribbing as the pattern states, but I did not care to do the Italian bind off. I just bound off all regularly, and I think that's really beautiful in 2x2 rib because it's a more like rustic finish to it, I find. On my first version of the caramel, I did not do the decreases as often as stated in the pattern, but for this one I did, and that way I get a quite narrow sleeve at the end, so it will fit quite snugly. I accidentally knit the sleeves just a bit too long. I read at the wrong place in the pattern, and I just couldn't be bothered to frog. I can never be bothered enough to frog if I find that it works. And because this is going to fit so snug anyway, it's not like these sleeves are going to like drop off my hands or anything. So I'm just going with it. I'm thinking it will be fine. Also, as soon as I get the collar on, everything will kind of like cinch in a bit at the top anyway, so I think it's going to be okay. So I've made quite a lot of progress. I have finished the first sleeve. I'm almost done with the second sleeve, and it's going really fast because you decrease quite rapidly on this one. And then I just have to pick up for the collar, and I'm going to do a 2x2 collar, and but not do like the high folded collar that's stated in the original pattern. I'll just do like a few centimeters and then flip it inside and knit it down. So I think this is going to be really beautiful to wear at the office during the winter. I'm looking forward to it. The next is also a sweater that I'm making quite good progress on. This is the Nola sweater by secondknit, which was listed in my autumn knitting plans video earlier this year, like in August or something. This is also a grey sweater. It's quite kind of a theme, I think, for me this year. This is knit in Camilla Peel silky wool, which is a yarn with wool and quite a lot of silk, and I believe some alpaca, which makes it a really, really soft, quite drapey yarn. And I'm pairing it with this Dale Kid Silk Erle, which I'm using both of these for the first time. And this is Kid Silk is a powder blue, and I think that these two colors just marvel so beautiful together. Like, you can't really see that it's blue, but you can see that it's not completely gray. I think it gets kind of like a silvery sheen. You can kind of, if we try to see, I'm not sure if you can see any difference at all, but it's not blue. Like, you can't see that there's blue. I just think it blends beautifully into the gray main strand, and it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful sweater. I am probably mainly going to wear this at home, but we'll see. If I feel it's like office, if it gives enough office vibes, I'll wear it at the office as well. This has a saddle, shoulder, and then increases for the sleeves, which makes the sleeves fall beautifully off the sweater. This is the first time I'm knitting a pattern from secondknit, and so far the pattern is written really, really beautifully. It's easy to follow, and it's written kind of in the same style as petiteknit writer patterns. It's quite, it's just easy to follow, easy to read. I really love this funnel neck. And I did start with Italian cast on, which just gives it a beautiful finish on the top here. And I'll do Italian binder for all of the sleeves and stuff, just because it's on the collar as well. So everything looks really beautiful together. So now I'm just knitting on the body of this. So it's all stockinette in the round on size 4mm needles. And I'm going to knit with a lot of my colleagues on Monday. So I probably will bring this because it's so easy to knit on in any kind of lighting, because I don't really have to see what I'm doing. I can just knit on it and have a good time and chat with all of my friends from work. So this is going to be a beautiful sweater. I can't wait to wear it. I just can't wait for it to be finished. I have also actually made some progress on the autumn Alpine Tea since the last time you saw it. It's not a lot, because just because I did sign up to do that test knit, which kind of took all of my color work energy from me. It took all the color work time. So this is the progress. I have done like the second leaf on the t-shirt, and it's just turning out beautiful. And I'm starting on like I think like the main big flower that's down here, as I said in the last episode, this is probably going to be really beautiful. I'm knitting it in knitting for olive and merino at the main color, and then I am using Lily hand dyed Highland wool as the main color, and it has a really subtle color change in it. So from a distance it looks kind of just like purple and white, but as you come closer you can see that it has this mother of pearl kind of sheen to it, which I think gives it a lot of interest. It would be really cool if I was able to finish this so I could wear it with like blazers or stuff at the office this winter, or if I don't have the color work mojo all the way through fall and winter on like, because this is 3mm needles, so it's kind of tiny, and if that doesn't vibe the way I want it to vibe, it will be ready for spring, which then I'm ahead of my spring knitting, which is great. At the end, I don't have a lot of new yarn to show you. I only have this one skein that I got from my knitting subscription, my yarn subscription that I have from Lily hand-dyed yarns. I think she makes some of the most beautiful yarn I've seen, so I have this subscription where I get one skein of yarn every 3 months. I think you can choose however many skeins you want to receive, but I have this single skein subscription, and it is a beautiful fall autumn color with these like oranges and pinks, and I will probably use it for some kind of color work. Those who have been here for a while know that like browns aren't my color particularly. So, oh, it's called Withered Petals for anyone who's interested in the name. If you would try to acquire some. I don't know what I'll use it for yet. I will put it in my stash and some project will probably come to mind. And if you have any ideas, I'm all ears. As always, I find that like maybe doing selby mittens or something like that is always appropriate for hand-dyed yarn. Yeah, we'll see. So not a lot to show you this time. I feel like this is kind of an in-between podcast episode. I haven't bought any new yarny really because on the 12th of October, I am going to the Knitters Market here in Oslo, and I'm kind of saving my yarn money to go there to buy from the vendors in person. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going with at least one of my friends. I have the entire day off from child duties, so I can't wait to spend some time with some of my friends, just knitting and chatting, having coffee, buying yarn, and having a day in town. Without having to get home at a certain time. I have not made any progress on my Louisiana sweater. I haven't made any progress on my Anker sweater that I'm gifting to my sister-in-law. I probably should just get that done because it's only the ribbing on the sleeves left. So I have literally 20 rounds and some binding off to do. So maybe I'll get that done during this weekend. We'll see. So yeah, thank you for sticking around. I know that this is kind of a shorter episode than I normally release, but I hope it's okay. Please tell me what you're knitting on and share with me any new yarns you are eager to try for in the next months, in the coming season. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!